kept losing like where I wanted to go because like you kept talking and I'm like the worst at like interrupting people sometimes. Like people just
Yeah.
like give me their life stories all the time and I just feel so rude interrupting. So it's definitely something I have to like get better at. But
It's an internal thing. It's the way our relationship is with interruptions. And the reason why is because our patterns from when we were younger is like if we were to ever like as a kid interrupt, like, maybe during a family gathering and our parents would be like, that's rude, don't interrupt, like we'll let them speak. And we'd hear that constantly from our parents, from our family members. So now we associate interrupting with being rude, right? And that's sometimes we're making an assumption. We're not talking about, well, how did you interrupt, right? Did you do it in a way where it segued the conversation? And so for first of all, we need to change our relationship with interrupting. In fact, it's actually you not interrupting someone is actually hindering their progress more than helping it, right? Because I'm just rambling about things that are not productive, that are not helping me get anywhere, and that's why I'm stuck in the place that I am. So what I'd
Mhm.
want to do is like to tee yourself up for an interruption. That's more important than sometimes the interruption itself, right? So as you remember, like when I was talking so much, you were silent the whole time. I was probably about to say, "Are you there? Like, are you still on the call?" Right? You don't want that to happen because you want to like let them know you're paying attention and use different verbiages to like let them know, and it makes it more conversational. So
Mhm.
if like you're in the middle of rambling, in fact, actually go and do a ramble, Taryn, and I'll tactically interrupt so you can see how I'm actively listening to you. So say how's your day? I'll just ask how's your day, Taryn? Just tell me how your day is going. Just ramble.
I'm the worst at really. Yeah, no, my day's pretty good. I did
Nice.
we went for a walk and then decided,
Cool.
I wanted to do something else and ended
Love
up
it.
at the beach and just hung out there for a little bit. And then,
Nice.
I got really hungry. So then I was like, well, I might as well go like grab something to eat here and just got,
Oh,
got
nice.
some French fries. And then
Okay.
yeah, went back for dessert and yeah,
Going to
just
keep up with
kept
you here,
walking.
Taryn. You've done absolutely loads today. So, like, what would you like to be able to do tomorrow? And then there we go. Then we're on to like my part of the conversation, right? But did you see how I interrupted with like a lot of empathy? It's like, wow, you've been up to loads. Like I'm just addressing what I'm hearing, right? But
Mhm.
as I was listening to you, I was like, nice, okay, cool. No, that's great. No, good to hear. I'm just saying all these different things just to like, and it's not like it's forced. It's just if you're being conversational, you're not going to say it good, 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 good. You're not going to say the same thing when you're listening to someone, right? So it's all about varying the way that you're listening to them. And then when you hear a little bit of a pause, or if they're like, you can, because you were going millions of miles an hour. So I was like, hold on a minute, like this is a lot. That gave me the perfect moment just to interrupt with like playfulness, right? But if there was a section where you was kind of being like quite normal tone, you wasn't speaking too fast. I'm just looking for little gaps where I can plug in, but it's important that you know where you're going in the conversation. If you don't know, then you'll just let them ramble forever, and
Yeah.
then you're never going to get to where you need to be. So it's making sure that like you focus on where you were in the conversation, and then if they mention something that's actually part of what you want to cover, then interrupt on that part. Or if they've said
Okay.
it and kept on rambling, go, oh, hold on, sorry, I've lost my own track of thought. I appreciate you sharing all that context with me. You mentioned earlier something about wanting to make more passive income. So help me understand, are you making that now, or like what is it that you do for a living? Right. And so like you see how I'm agreeing, making it more like that's not rude at all.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make it productive. Some people keep doing it, even though we interrupt really well. If they do it like more than twice, if it's on like the third time and they just keep rambling, I would just say, hey, Taryn, so I apologize that I've interrupted you going through like your story. And it's really interesting, actually. You are probably the most talkative person I've ever spoke with. And I don't get that very often. However, these calls are to really make sure that it's productive for you to look into this. So the questions that I ask help me to know if it's worth putting you through. So are we okay to keep things as concise as possible so that I can know how to support you best? Are we cool with that? Right? And I'm asking them for permission, right? But it's done in a way where I'm supportive of them. I get who they are. I accept it. I validate what they're doing. But I want to keep it on our terms because it's best for them, right? Because people are very selfish, so we just keep it towards like their prerogative. But at the end of the day, I'm controlling it, but they don't realize that I'm doing it. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
Cool. That's it.